His Holiness Sri Narayan Sai Ji was born to the world famous Sant Sri Asharamji Bapu Sadgurudev and Sri Sri Lakshmi Maiya Ji. At a very young age, the illuminated saint Sri Leela Shahji Maharaj gave Sai Ji a touch initiation on the Agya Chakra, also known as the third eye. Till the age of 4, as per the Indian culture, Sai Ji's upbringing was taken care by his enlightened grandmother Ma Mehengi Baji and mother Sri Lakshmi Maiya Ji. Then, at the age of 5, he started his Gurukul life by entering the ashram of his father Sadguru Bapuji. Since childhood, Sai Ji stayed away from the vices of this world and was much interested in meditating while spending a lot of time in solitude. He accomplished the art of successfully overcoming harsh situations through tough practical assessments set deliberately by Sadgurudev Bapuji for making him strong, fearless and courageous at a very tender age. On the strength of his brilliant grasping power and talent, along with the worldly education, Sai Ji became adept at multifaceted arts and knowledges. Being vested with supernatural cosmic powers already, Sai Ji was highly respected and revered since a very young age. In 1986, Sai Ji's rigorous seva service practice began in the close presence and supervision of Sadgurudev Bapuji. Having completely renounced the pleasures and comforts of the world, Sai Ji displayed a lot of discipline in devotion and meditation practices and promptness in Sadguru's seva or service. In 1990, in Kota, Rajasthan, during the Brahma Muhurat, the wee hours before dawn, by attaining the complete grace of Sadgurudev Bapuji, Sai Ji attained self-realization and experience of the Supreme Being. After self-realization, Sai Ji stayed immersed in penance in isolated and secluded places. Although he was uninterested in keeping any public contact, yet, at behest of Sadgurudev Bapuji, from 1993 onwards, Sai Ji started satsang discourses, meditation camps, and organized social welfare programs for serving the poor, the needy, and the tribal people, and thereafter, an endless journey of unparalleled social services took momentum. From north to south and east to west, countless mankind service campaigns started happening. Bal Sanskar Kendra for children, youth protection and upliftment programs, personality development, de-addiction campaigns. Stress management, yoga meditation camps, Desi cow protection programs, culture preservation and propagation, Shakti Sena, women upliftment programs, campaigns against female feticide, Save the Girl Child programs, transformation from crime to spirituality programs, prisoners reform campaign, and so on and so forth. Sai Ji has spread the fragrance of Indian Vedic culture not only in India but also in abroad. He traveled to America, Africa, England, Canada, Indonesia, Dubai, Hong Kong, Thailand, Singapore, Nepal, etc. And people from all sections and backgrounds came ahead to join his spiritual domain. Whether poor or rich, whether politicians or industrialists, whether children or youth or elderly, whether women or men. People from all religious sects, castes, creeds, and colors rose above all sorts of discrimination when they came in contact with Saiji's grand spiritual aura. Saiji's domain of spiritual practices, meditation, and social service became widespread throughout the world. His penance and spiritual practices started coming to fruition, and all this accumulated for him immense respect and admiration. From everywhere, from social organizations, from scholars, from saints, from masses to high-profile office bearers, he started getting honored not only by legislative members and chief ministers, but also by the prime ministers and the presidents. In 2011, the Mauritian government invited him to Mauritius as state guest during Diwali. Mr. Anirudh Jagannath, the Prime Minister, and Mr. Naveen Chandra Ramgoolam, the President, welcomed him in Mauritius with immense love and were in turn graced by his blessings. Since 2012, he has travelled across the country via helicopter, providing satsang discourses at more than 2 to 4 places in a day to benefit as many spiritual aspirants and devotees as much possible in a short time. In spite of being seated on the crest of glory, he has always remained very humble, simple, kind, and philanthropist, proving that there still does exist the likes of him.